what's up, guys? We are in the C450 AMG. I got the GoPro set up. I actually just got this GoPro today, 60 bucks. But I wanted to talk to you guys about, five things that I've liked about the AMG. I've had it for 2 years. I've had it for 2 years now. I've put literally like 50,000 miles on this car. It's been my daily driver for the past 2 years, and I love this thing. This thing is great. It's got plenty of power, all-wheel drive, super comfortable, super stylish, super sleek. It kind of does like all you want in a car, honestly. But yeah, let's go. Point number one. Point number one is that it's all-wheel drive and I can drive it anywhere. I've literally had this thing up in the mountain before with some good tires. This thing can actually go through some like pretty decent snow. It's not gonna be like, you're not gonna be like a Jeep, four-wheeling through like deep snow, like off-roading. But if you go snowboarding, skiing, anything like that, it could be a good option for you. It could be a good option for you. But yeah, it's all-wheel drive. This thing feels planted. This thing feels so planted when you're going through like a corner or something. It doesn't feel like it's ever really gonna slip out, which is something that I've had. My last car was a S2K, and that thing was slippery and slidey everywhere. All right. Point two. Even though like this is like the mid-tier Mercedes, so obviously it's a lot nicer than the C300, but at the same time it is a lot more affordable than the C63. Even with that point, the people still think like, this is a really expensive car. It's not a cheap car, but it's not crazy expensive either. Honestly, I work at a dealership, so I got an amazing good deal on this one. I got an amazing good deal. But yeah, you can find these for pretty cheap. I would say anywhere like 20K to 30K. And honestly, if you're getting a loan out on it, make sure you get a good loan with a low interest rate. But yeah, if you're just buying it, like it's pretty cheap for what you get. Yeah, and people think it's a lot more expensive than what it is. And honestly, I see people look at you differently. Like obviously I have the truck and I have this car, but people look at you differently when you pull up in this. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's not like, I don't know what to compare it to. It's like, I don't even know, but you guys already know what I'm talking about. Point three. This thing has been super reliable to me. Now I got it at about 70K, and I'm not even gonna lie, it has like 125 right now, and it is tuned. And I mean, as you guys can see, I don't drive this thing I don't grandma this thing, not at all. So but yeah, it's really great. The reliability is great. This car is super reliable. I've taken it on multiple road trips. Took it down to California on Highway 101. That was a super sick drive. We went camping in it. What else did I do? I went to Bend. Me and my boys went snowboarding in Bend for my birthday, and that was super sick, super cool. Yeah, it's a super reliable car, and that's one thing that I wanted to pick a model that kind of was known for having decent reliability. And yeah, they've made the non-turbocharged version of this engine for like years. So they turbocharged it, they twin turbocharged it, and it's still a super reliable motor. You know, I've had no issues at all. Some people have timing chain issues, but knock on wood, I have not encountered anything of the such. Sometimes like weird electronic issues, like I think my radar sensor needs to be like recalibrated, so I can't really use my Distronic cruise control, which kind of sucks because it's actually a really nice feature. But yeah, number four, these things, Mercedes, okay, you're not gonna like this BMW and Audi, but Mercedes hold their value way better than either of those two brands. I don't know what it is, but like they just hold their value a lot more. But yeah, they hold their value a lot more. I work at a dealership, so one of the worst things that people do, one of the worst financial things that people do is, no matter what car, it can be any type of car, they get themselves upside down. And what that means is, like, let's just say, for example, you spend 50K on a car, and you know, you obviously drive it every day, it's your daily driver, and you know, your payments are only, you know, so much. And then let's just say, hey, you go to trade in, you go to purchase another vehicle, you really can't, because you're kind of stuck in that financial bind that getting upside down gets you. So, you know, a car, you could very well owe like 50,000 on a vehicle, and it's only worth like 30. And at that point, you know, you either have to roll in that negative equity if you find the bank that will allow you to do that. If you find a bank that will allow you to do that, I mean, sheesh, that's going to be a tough ass. And you're just going to be even more upside down in the next one. So my advice, will get gap insurance, so you always have the option of totaling your vehicle. I'm joking. You did not hear that from me at all. I've never done that. I actually have never done that, but you know, some people are upside down, so some people need to. But yeah, number five. For like, this thing has really good power, and you know, it's really easy to drive for the money. You know, you stay so planted. You literally stay so planted when you're driving this thing. You can take a corner hella sharp. You know, just put your suspension in a Sport Plus mode, and then go from there. You feel so planted. I've never felt so safe taking a corner out like, 70, 80 miles an hour before. But yeah, you feel planted. You don't feel like you're gonna spin out at all. Even with the tires I have right now, I'm not gonna lie, they're like pretty mid. I had some Continental DWS 06s. Those are my favorite tires ever. Yeah, with those, oh my god, this thing, and even now this thing has so much grip, but yeah, with those tires you literally feel unstoppable. But yeah, driving this thing is a blast. You get your max torque at 2K RPM, which is friggin' nuts. Bonus Pro, there actually is like a decent amount of aftermarket support for these cars, which is, I know sometimes on Germans it can be hard. It can be hard to find a car with aftermarket support, and overall it just kind of sucks when you have a car with not that much aftermarket support. There's a good amount of aftermarket support for this car. Take a shot every time I said aftermarket support. You know, I got the downpipe on this car. There's plenty of downpipe options to choose from. I got the AWE exhaust, which I actually just found local on Facebook Marketplace. Actually, it was super nice. I got this car, and there was like, I just saw on Facebook Marketplace there was an exhaust for this, so I just went and picked it up. Yeah, it really opened up the car a lot more. But yeah, there's a good amount of aftermarket support. Tunes, there's two main tune companies you can use. I have the Eurocharge Stage 2. You can either go with the AMR or the Eurocharge Stage 2. Me personally, I've had no reliability issues at all with the Eurocharge Stage 2, and you know, I rip my vehicle. You know? I don't grandma it. Even now, I do keep up on my maintenance. So I did a tranny flush, I did a differential flush, oil changes every 3K miles. So that's one thing you have to do with these Germans. You have to keep up on the maintenance. But honestly, that's what kills a lot of them, like especially the older ones. People just don't keep up on maintenance, and that goes for honestly any car. You know, you could have a really you can have a really reliable car, but if you don't keep up on maintenance, it's just, you know, eventually still going to give you problems, and those are just going to lead to bigger problems if you don't fix them. So yeah, keep up on your maintenance, oil changes. You know, don't be scared to even do a transmission flush, just because, you know, these transmissions, they go through a lot. You know, they go through a lot of abuse. So yeah, keep up on your maintenance. But yeah, overall, it's an easy car to drive. I've loved having this thing for the past 2 years. I've put 50,000 miles on it. You know, overall, it's just a good car. It's just a good car. You know, with Mercedes, they say for reliability, oh, you know, that thing's gonna break down. But yeah, I get it. But, you know, you have to find a model that's known for the reliability. Mercedes, they've been making this model they've been making the non-turbocharged version of this engine for like 10 years now, so it's as reliable as it's gonna get, to be honest. Yeah, this thing's a blast to drive, super comfortable, super sleek, you know, and when people see you in this car, they just assume you're doing well. It's kind of funny. But yeah, they just assume you're doing well in life, and you know what? Hey, that's not a bad look. That's not a bad look at all. So yeah, I was just testing out the GoPro footage. This is just gonna be a quick little video. I just wanted to run by, like, you know, 5 things I really like about the car. Maybe if you guys want, comment down below. We can do a video of 5 things I dislike about the vehicle. But yeah, I hope you guys can hear me over the car, and I hope you guys can hear like the car sound too. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll make it happen. Thanks, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.